All right, it's February 2nd, and because it's February, it is Black History Month. And I know, you should be already supporting black artists and businesses and all that every fucking day of the year. Shouldn't fucking matter. But you know what? While we are in this month, I figured let's look back at some of the black musicians that have inspired me, big part of me, helped actually even shape some of my music interests, because believe it or not, you're gonna gasp. But I actually did not have parents that were into punk rock or ska. My dad's kind of into ska now, but that was a slow process. But I wasn't, and actually, the most prominent genres were punk. Oh my god, were blues and jazz. So. Let's touch on some history of music, some historic musicians, let's say, that were fucking big in my childhood and heard very, very frequently. We'll start with Nat King Cole, and especially Unforgettable. That's what you are. Of course, I think I also heard the duet where his daughter recorded with him and stuff like that album. But fucking was amazing vocalist, amazing artist. Hell yes. Feel like, there we go. Something's in my eye. That's not being emotional. And then Aretha Franklin, fucking amazing voice, amazing musician, with Queen of Soul, right? And I think Blues Brothers appearance or so. But yeah, so another one that I heard frequently through my childhood. Fucking amazing musician, amazing voice, and missed. And then, of course, you can't have jazz and blues without B.B. King. And we heard that regularly in my childhood, in my house, and in my dad's car, which I think had a CD player. I think it was a CD. Regardless. Fucking amazing. And then, of course, we do want to touch on some of the stuff that I really do have something in my... There we go. Talk like a pirate. No. Moving, though, but... Of course, as I've taken an interest into ska, branching into it from my interest in punk rock and finding ska punk, and then finding ska, and then going down that rabbit hole, there is Desmond Dekker, of course, the fucking king, or, well, one of the kings of ska, right? Beginnings. We can't fucking mention ska without Desmond Dekker. And one that I did get to see before he passed, unfortunately, is Toots of Toots and the Maytals. Fucking... was it Ron that helped me if I can go see him for the first time? I think I saw him 3 times. Fucking amazing artist. Fucking missed. And definitely just amazing. I was happy to be able to make it and catch some shows before we lost him. And I know I said history, but let's touch on some of my favorite current black artists. Let's start with, of course, Noel Scaggs of Fitz and the Tantrums. Fucking amazing voice. I fucking love Fitz and the Tantrums. It's been over 10 years now, 12 years since I discovered. Saw them at that Rawhide show that was that weird mix, that pot of gold of punk rock on one side and alternative rock on the other. But Fitz and Tantrums are still one of my favorite alternative rock. And they're kind of a mix of genres, but also just amazing on social media, proactive about rights, black rights, and all that, and pointing out all that stuff, but also just great person. So we're just going to throw that there, of course. Move. Of course, Phoenix's own Mega Ran. I fucking love Mega Ran. You should be checking out Mega Ran. I can't believe how far, even from what I first saw him, also 10 years ago or so, with, was it MC Chris? Or was it, I think it was with MC Chris. But yeah, fucking love Mega Ran. Fucking one of my favorite people, even just to talk to and see and chat, but also just watch him perform. He's doing such amazing stuff. Go check out his latest album. I know it's a children's album, but it's really fucking good. Another, of course, Open Mike Eagle. Fucking amazing. That was one that was introduced to me through Teak Hall, who threw out there. Also check out Teak. But fucking, what an amazing rapper. One that I actually didn't realize it was one of those that I was able to realize that I can also relate to and connect to through his lyrics, and fucking open up my taste more to hip hop and rap, which fuck yes. And then we got to point out Radke. So I know you were like, what about punk? then I'm like, all right. Radkey is fucking amazing, and you should be checking out Radkey. And I'm sure a few of you already have. I think they played SkaterCon that I unfortunately missed due to this stupid fucking long COVID. But it's fucking awesome. They are fucking full of energy and amazing band. If you haven't been able to check them out, go check them out next time they come through Phoenix. So yeah, let's just fucking celebrate that. And also, of course, every day of the year, fucking we'll do this. But it seemed like a good time to just spotlight all this stuff. And also, underneath this episode, you might also notice a familiar local artist, that fucking amazing, above amazing vocalist, Allie, and the Agency. That's underneath this episode. Saturday Is My Head is what you're hearing right now. So yeah, fuck yes. Just like so much amazing music, past and present. And yeah. So regardless, speaking of present, I do have some shows to tell you about. And it's a busy weekend, let me tell you. Because you're going to probably hang around for it, right? Because you want to know. So let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Shoujo Says Go, where I still recommend masking as just a nice precaution for your fellow humans. Indoors, of course, if you're outdoors, should be okay, but still be safe. Helps also make these spaces more inclusive for our immunocompromised friends, because they like to watch live music too, and also helps our touring bands have a little less chance of catching something that might inhibit or postpone or cancel the tour dates while they're at it. So please, of course, do that. And of course, I advocate for it, because do everything you can to lower your risk of what I've been dealing with for coming up on a year and 7 months. Holy shit. Whew. And also, I can't get Aretha Franklin's respect out of my head now after that intro. So, that's just going on. Regardless, of course, other housekeeping, please be sure to, if you like it wherever you're watching this, where it's Instagram, where it's Threads, or where it's Facebook or YouTube, or where else do I put it? Twitter? I think I still put it over on Twitter. I cross-post still. But yeah, just please be sure to like it wherever you're watching it. And if you're watching it on YouTube, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, get content notifications when this or any other content I produce goes live over on the YouTube. And as those numbers go up, they give you access to features like, as I always say every week, that fabled ad revenue. You can skip the ad after 6 seconds, but you give me like a quarter of a penny, and I can make money off these, right? A little. Not a living, but it'll help. So you can always help me that way, which youtube.com/everyshoujo I believe should bring you here too. But because I don't get that kind of stuff, I always like to throw out there patreon.com/everyshoujo. Yes, patreon.com/everyshoujo. Yes, you can find my Patreon. Even $1 a month helps me out. Think of it more like tipping for if you like the content. But it also helps me do like hosting costs for the website, everyshoujo.com. It helps me when I am able to get out for gas, for ticket costs, all that kind of fun stuff. So I appreciate anything you can to support. And of course, the other thing you can do to support is everyshoujo.com. Go check out photos and articles and musicians that I fucking touted over there that I fucking love, and why I love them. And it's all in writing there. Crazy, I know. But yeah, so you can go check that stuff out. And in that menu bar, it should be working again. I just realized it may not have been. But you can go click the store link and order Every Shoujo shirt and support me that way. Wearing it around further supporting, and appreciate everyone that supports me through that, through the Patreon and everything. And thank you very much for everyone's support during it's been very frustrating moments. But I did get out. As you can see, I'm wearing my fucked up shirt. Which also, I'm gonna boast. Got to talk with Damien on Fucked Up, and it turned out a punk podcast. If you haven't listened to Turn Out Punk, which is like 300 episodes of it now, he does an amazing podcast. He's a big fucking nerd about music, punk and hardcore, and go check that out. But yeah, I got to talk to him. We got this set list kind of signed by him. I think it's more a drawing, but regardless, it's super cool, and was able to make it after taking a nap and miss the opener. But I'll take anything I can get right now to get out and catch some of those artists that I hate. I hate missing. Of course, other things to thank to Val Doors, who donated the camera you've been seeing me record on for the last 7 months now, I think. So thank you, Jesse Val, once of Cartoon Lion, once of Delta Val. I think it's all now in my brain permanently. I mean, it already was. Also, like I said at the top there, underneath this episode, you're hearing Ali A and the Agency, one of my fucking favorite locals here in Phoenix. Saturday Inside My Head is the name of the song. And yeah, and of course, as with every week, what I like to stress is fuck racism, fuck homophobia, fuck sexism, fuck transphobia, fuck all this bullshit that is not just a distraction for other hateful things. And it's also just, it's dehumanizing. It is trying to take away rights that everyone has or should have. And it's just bullshit. It's stuff that's still within our system of law that we're working to still reform. And yeah, of course, I actually have updated it. So if you go to RichardJoe.com/get involved, you can find all these links. But I did remove, because there was an issue with the merging of unions with the National Center for Transgender Equality, I think it was. They didn't talk to them, and there was firings, and I decided we're not going to mention them anymore. So we're going to throw out some other stuff, but of course, Black Lives Matter. Throw that out there here at the top. And Podera in Action, which is one of those organizations that are helping to tear down those systems that have racism built into it and rebuild them in place of with stuff that includes equality and doesn't include that racism. Of course, 1 in 10, a great organization for LGBTQIA youth, helping them out. And what I put on there new on the website is Trans Queer Pueblo, tqpueblo.org. They're an organization out of Phoenix. A lot of them are out of Tucson when I was looking up, trying to find someone locally that supports transgender rights and equality. And maybe that says something about Phoenix and north of here, but maybe not. Regardless, I found one in Phoenix, and they're here. They're supporting. They're actually a clinic, and they're also helping with transition care and all that stuff. But specifically, their main thing is for migrants and undocumented, and so they're helping out there. So that's thrown on here. And I threw on the website on is the ACLU, of course. They are fighting for so much stuff, and I agree with like 95% of it, but I understand why they are doing the 5%. And so I want to throw that on there. That's now on the website on RichardJoe.com/get involved. And yeah, so that's there. Of course, Arizona being Arizona, there's also the Abortion Fund of Arizona donation link there. Punk Rock Saves Lives and the Sidewalk Project are all listed on there too. So you can go support and do some positive things, and let's just make this place a better place for everyone, and just bring some positivity to the world. And more positivity, because I know some of you guys already bring positivity. It's awesome. And of course, speaking of bringing positivity, but to the music scene, you want to wear your favorite bands and merch, right? So you got to go buy the shirts, go buy the CDs, the vinyls, all that fucking awesome stuff. I guess it's still hoodie weather. It depends the day here. It's windy and cold right now. But yeah, go buy the merch directly from the artists, either on their web stores or at their merch booths at the shows. All that stuff is the most direct, simplest way you can support. And of course, until midnight, if you're watching us today recording, is Bandcamp Friday. So yeah, go check that out. Go support your favorite musicians, your favorite artists. NEVA, the National Planet Venue Association, is another really good organization that's representing your favorite independent venues. And because in 2020 learned they did not have any lobbying interests in Congress, so now there is someone representing them. So that's awesome. NEVASSOC.org. Go check that. And then, yeah, of course, the best, simplest, most fun way that I fucking got to enjoy this last week, and I hope to get back soon. Next week, next Friday, we'll see when I record this. Next Friday, I've got more heart tests. EKG, they seem to have not found anything, but they wanted to do a deeper dive just to make sure we're not missing anything. And then I scheduled my pulmonology for fucking the 27th, so running out of specialists, but hopefully you can find something that COVID did to me that we can treat. And so next Friday might be recorded Thursday, or it might be recorded after my appointment on Friday. We'll figure that out. You stay tuned. But the thing you're not you're like anxious to see, right? Is of course, what are the shows? What are the shows? What are the shows? And let's start tonight, because those are the most fun ways to support your favorite artists and favorite bands. And tonight, all times around standard time, because this is Arizona, and we don't do daylight savings, so it doesn't matter even in like 2 months. But hopefully we did the math right on any streams they list. And of course, there's a few that actually popped up that I wasn't able to find last week and thrown on here this week. We of course, happy birthday, Nico. It is Nico's birthday show featuring his Limit Club, featuring the Hellflowers, Christina Jean and the Howlers, or Chopper John's, 8 p.m. Got lives with Dry River Yacht Club, Banana Gun at Crescent Ballroom, 8 p.m. Got the Woodworks with the Fae, with the Right Hand Dandies at the Dark Side Tempe Farmers Market, 8 p.m. Another one that popped up, and I'm sorry, Tyler, I missed until today. Black Caesar Soul Club, fucking amazing. With Sean Liu, Sedan, and Sir Winston Williams at the Fog Cow, 7 p.m. We also got Gold Necklace with Mundo and Lobby Boxer, an artist that I caught because Jer was actually playing shows with them, and they were awesome, and I bought their Bandcamp last month, something like that. But they're at the Rebel Lounge, 7:15 starts I got here, so it's a little weird time, but go with it. Electric Bloom with Borst, Palindrome, The Rubes, Drunk Drawer, and Another Day's Demons over at the Ground Zero Studios, 7:30 p.m. And, of course, if you're hanging at home like I have a lot of these weeks lately due to my health stuff, of course, Scott Klopstein's got you covered. And you can go find him on his twitch.tv/Scott Klopstein, 10 p.m. Of course, you might know him from Real Big Fish. You might also know him from Littlest Man Band. One of them is active, Littlest Man Band. And they're just awesome live. So go check that out. And then Saturday, boy, we got so much stuff. And this week, it's like we have a bunch of just like album releases. So sit and keep notes. But yeah, Saturday, we're going to start out. Sorry, T.O.B. We're going to start out with my favorite of one of my favorite Arizona events. And then we'll get to you. We've got the 10th annual Phoenix Rock Lottery, which is always to benefit Rosie's House. It's a 10th year. Fucking one of my favorite events. What they do is they take 25 artists from bands around Phoenix and Arizona, and they put them together in a lottery the day of the show. They've got to write, I think it's 2 originals and a cover, or it's 3. And then they have to practice it. So they're drawn, they're put together, they name themselves in the morning, they spend the afternoon doing that, and then they play those songs for the crowd come, 8 p.m. this year. And of course, this includes members of AJJ like Sean. We got Breakup Shoes. We got the Senators. We got Taylor Glasheen. We got Dadado, Veronica Everhart, Damn the Weather members, Pleasure Cult, Diva Bleach members, the Sun Punchers, Paper Foxes, CJ, I think Paper Foxes, fucking, and more at Crescent Farm. So it's gonna be a fucking hoot. Of course, then, if you're not going to, and even if you do attend, usually I think it takes about, you're usually out like an hour and a half after. So you can make some of this stuff. I'm just saying. Now, if you want to go west or east, now that's the question. Because to the west, we've got T.O.B.'s Middle Class Thrash EP release show. Aha, got you, T.O.B. With 10 Ply, with Vicky Vicious and the Saints, with AG Sessions, and the Scott Valinas over at the 44, 8 p.m. And then, for you guys that want to go east, got some fucking amazing people, some fucking friends in town with Some Kind of Nightmare. They're playing with Critical Miss. They're playing with Brain Cake. They're playing with the Fuck-Arounds at the Yucca Tap Room. That one being at 8 p.m. And then, if you want to go west again, because I think it's, you have to ask a punk for the address for this. They're saying, I don't make the rules, but we got Snailmate with Sex Pex with Endurum and DJ BBB at the Ground Zero Studio, 7 p.m. BBB, I always think it was a Better Business People. Probably something else, but so 7 p.m. you go check that out. Love fucking Snailmate. We got Juniper Honey with Wawa and Bethany Home at the Valley Bar. That one is at 7 p.m. And then there we go. We got the Antibacteria Cafeteria presents. Betting on the End, Cause of Depression, and Tax Trot at Fockhow, 7 p.m. Got Roof Rats with Itzopiak. Sorry, I'm probably butchering it. And some assorted local poets helping do poetry at the Trunk Space, where they ask kindly you do mask there inside, 7:30 p.m. And yes, another EP release show. We got Chris Bowen Vibes EP release with Prefect, with Deborah Zone and Johnny and Clyde at Last Exit Live, 7 p.m. There's Arsenic Kitchen with, let's say, I think it's probably snowed after the rain we got here, right? And they might still be getting snow. So going up to Flagstaff and you want to watch some awesome music. There we go. Now we got Arsenic Kitchen. We got Louis on tour. We've got An Awful Mess. And we got the Spacers at the Hive up in Flagstaff, 6:30 p.m. So put on like 3 layers of like shorts and a coat and go up there and catch them. And try not to get too cold. 6:30 p.m. Then Sunday we got the Phoenix Folk Nights being this week with Luigi Leone, Heathen, Trevor James, Hillary, and Jess Cuz. Ooh, awesome. At the Trunk Space where they do Ask Kindly. Please mask inside there. 7:30 p.m. for you. And Portugal the Man, a artist that I think it was a stream during 2020, something that I fucking finally saw or watched or listened to Portugal the Man. I was like, all right. I actually respect this person, so we're putting on here. Snack Time, Marquee Theater, 8 p.m. And yes, of course, Bayou Bambi's usually streaming 3 p.m. on their Twitch, which they're coming to Phoenix with Buck09. Oh my god. And then Monday, you can take it easy home, watch Scott Klopstein streaming on his Twitch, 10 p.m. Tuesday, Chris Murray's doing his Bluebee live stream, 6 p.m. And Bayou Bambi's doing the 8 a.m. shift there for you. Yeah, it's like everyone just loaded up on the weekend and then they're like, I'm full, and then they're resting. But Wednesday we got a show for you. We got the Hales with Foxside and Pleasure Cult at the Valley Bar, 7 p.m. Or 7:30 p.m. We got Scott Klopstein, of course, doing 10 a.m. on his for the morning shift. And then Thursday, some more friends are in town. We got the Coffin Cats with Hans Gruber and the Diehards. I hate to miss Hans Gruber. They're fucking amazing people. Plus, Vacant Skies, Special G. Or at least Special G was on the website. The Facebook event had Vacant Skies. Show up, figure out who's all on that. That's at the Now Underground, 7 p.m. And Scott Klopstein over on our Switch doing the morning thing, so you can hang out, watch that. Then Friday we got there's some cool stuff. We're we'll pause for dramatic effect. FOL, Skeleton Army, Rundown Roommates. Now you got it. I don't know how that played well, but regardless, we got Rundown Roommates back playing a show. Holy shit. Now you know where you're going to probably be, right? Well, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not distracting you, because there's some other stuff I got to do. And Sick in the Head, also it's on this show. That's a banger, right? I could tap around. Certified banger. Just put it on the screen right there. Yeah, I could tap EPM. Then, if you're looking for some fun, and it's the official one, we got Punk Rock Karaoke back in Phoenix. They're playing at the Masonic Temple in Phoenix, 7 p.m. it says. So go check that one out. And then another album release. I told you there's a few, so take notes. Continue taking notes. We got Danielle Dirac, Escape Artist album release party with the Messy Good Alex Krim at the Crescent Ballroom, 8 p.m. We got David Dondero with Bradley Palermo. Hell yes, someone who I thought wasn't gonna be his vac gonna be fucking playing with Mishka Shubali at the Now Coffee Shop. Go check them out, 7 p.m. We've got Bummer Girl with Practically People, Durango, Belgium Tree at the Rhythm Room, 8 p.m. We got Zane Champion, Burma Radio album release show with Morpheus Slow and Sure Sun over the Valley Bar, 7 p.m. Revolutionary Development with the Bayou Bandits, Red Moon at the Last Exit Live, 7:30 p.m. And down in Tucson, we got Romo Lapkin with Baby, Culty, Like the Bug, and Yippee. I put the exclamation on it. You're welcome. At the Groundworks, Tucson there, 7 p.m. Plus Scott Constant's always streaming on his Twitch at 10 p.m. But yeah, so there's some awesome stuff that you got for you for the next week. Fuck, I hope. We'll see how I feel. I mean, I could be out every one of these nights if I just felt up to it and didn't feel like it killed me after 2 to 3 bands. This shit sucks, but we're coming to the end of Specialists, and then we're going to start experimenting with... Sorry, experimenting. That already sounds horrible. But we're going to try to use prescribed stimulants and I think even an antidepressant that might help generate some energy, since some of the long COVID effects seem to be neurological and affect the body's chemicals. So we're going to figure out something. Hopefully soon I'll have something a little more normal going on, at least in how I'm able to get out. But until then, you guys got to cover it for me. I'm counting on you guys. If I can cover, watch all these artists jump around like I do, and just watch and have fun and enjoy these bands, because all of them have at least one musician I fucking love on these shows I recommend. And I think I think we're at the end. So, until next week, take care.